Hello. Right. Welcome to this video. I'm not sure how this is gonna go because I'm on a new camera and stuff. So let's hope this goes well. Okay, just to explain, this video is going to be me reading out questions that people have asked me on Discord. I've got all the usernames down on these pieces of paper, and
Pokemon go to the poll.
it's going to be about 50-50 YouTube questions and personal questions. So we'll do the personal questions first, and then we'll go and do the actual YouTube ones. Alright, good. First question was from input username, because I don't know how to say that. So I'm just going to pretend like I do. Asks, am I religious? No, I am not. I am not religious. I went to a school that had a lot of different religions in my last year of high school, so I'm pretty open to the idea of other religions, not just the Christian Catholic. So although I don't believe in my own, I don't believe in any religion myself, I don't put other people down for also believing in it. That's a heavy fucking question for the first one. Jesus Christ. Do you have tattoos? I am unable to get tattoos yet. I'm not of legal age to do that. Although for some reason I can get married now with parents' permission. That's the thing. I don't have any, but if you know of a channel called Unus Honus, there is a black and white timer thing that, well, the channel's not going to be around for much longer. By the time you're watching this, it might be gone. But I would like to get a tattoo of that just because of what it means, like what the channel's message was. So hopefully when I can get tattoos, I will get one of that. The last one from him was Xbox or PS/PC or console. Now, they were two separate questions, but I've combined them because PlayStation over Xbox, however, PC over console. That might be just because of how much money I've put into PC. Okay, thank you for those questions. Very helpful. Alright, okay, so a bit of context. In the Discord group, we're talking about what I want to do with my channel. And I don't just want to do gaming videos. I want to do videos like this and short films and stuff because that's what I'm studying at college. That's why I have this camera. It's epic and costs a lot of money. So the person who's asking these questions is 𝕊𝕡𝕊𝕡. Thank you for the questions to everybody who's given me, by the way. So the first question was, what genre will my short films be? I want to try and get a couple of different genres down. I will always try and work in some form of humor into my videos. So I believe comedy is going to be one of them. But then maybe like sci-fi. I always gravitate towards sci-fi and fantasy. But then also maybe horror. I love mixing a tiny bit of horror in. Favorite YouTubers. My favorite YouTubers are Markiplier, just because of his short film stuff that he does, like a Heist with Markiplier, Date with Markiplier, Who Killed Markiplier, stuff like that. And then I would probably say 𝕊𝕡𝕢, which he does like documentary style videos, and his voice is godly. I'm filming this on bonfire night for some reason as well. There's fucking fireworks everywhere outside. It's really annoying. But yeah, they're my two favourite YouTubers, I would say. 𝕊𝕢𝕢 is one of those people that I watch when I'm in the bath or when I'm trying to relax, because his voice just soothes you into it. You just listen to the story that he's telling you. And there are a couple of stories that he's told on his channel that I actually want to turn into short films. So who knows, maybe I'll get to do that at some point. The last question from 𝕊𝕡𝕊𝕡 is, what games do I play? How long have I been a gamer? Right, okay, so on my channel, if you can go look now, I play a lot of Nintendo games, a lot of Mario games, Mario Kart, stuff like that. I never finish games. That's my problem. I never finish games. We've still not finished Luigi's Mansion. I still have not finished Galaxy. I have done 5 episodes in a row of that thing, so I'm giving it a bit of a break. Recently I've been playing through the Resident Evil games. I played through the third one, the entire of the third one, on the Halloween charity live stream, and I didn't expect to do the entire of it, but I did. So I'm definitely going to play through the second remake, and I'm going to play through maybe 7. Okay, so 𝕊𝕢𝕢. I think that's the channel name. That's not what the name was on Discord. I just got told to use that name. How often should you upload? Okay, so this is different for a lot of channels. I think it's important to say that from the get-go, because what I upload at could be different to what you upload at, and it could do better for you depending on what you do. Because I want to do short films on this channel. That's what this channel is mainly for, but I've only uploaded one of those in the entire 2-ish years I've been on the channel. So that's why I do the gaming videos, to fill in those massive gaps when I don't have time to do short film stuff. I would say try and upload a little more just so that you're comfortable in front of a camera when it comes to the things you're really passionate about. So just try throw a couple of episodes out there every so often, and then when it gets to the one that you're really passionate about, try and put all your effort into it. If you haven't been in front of a camera for like 2 months, 6 months, a year, then you're not going to be comfortable, you're not going to be ready. I mean, I wasn't ready for this. I've not filmed a video in like a week, so this could come out scheisse or very good. But right, next question was, what software do you recommend? It's very linked into the process of making videos. So thumbnails, Photoshop all the way. Use Photoshop, it's the best software. Editing videos, Premiere Pro. If I know that these cost, so if you can't, I'm gonna give it the free alternatives. If you can't afford to buy Photoshop and Premiere Pro, go online and find Pixlr. That's the one that I used to use, and DaVinci Resolve. You can get a free version of DaVinci Resolve, and some of the features are locked because if you don't pay for it, but they're not features you're going to need to edit a YouTube video. So there's paid, the Adobe Creative Cloud softwares, and free, which are the ones that I just suggested. And finally, what equipment do I use? Well, right now I'm using a Panasonic camera. I don't know the name of it because it's not my camera. I'm using a Neewer NW-800 microphone plugged into a Focusrite 2i2, which is an audio interface. I have a HD60S. Alright, so I have some questions that were just like one questions from certain people. 𝕊𝕐𝕥𝕦𝕡 enthusiast. Why am I losing subs? There could be many reasons that you're losing subs. It could be not uploading, quality's declined, people just generally not into what you're making anymore. People always get down about the fact that people unsubscribe, and it took me a long time to get past it as well. If somebody unsubscribes, they're not into what you're making anymore, and you don't want them to be subscribed just because it'll be an empty sub. They don't do anything for your channel. It's not going to be helpful to have them still subbed even if they're not watching. And people sort of subscribe, and then their personalities can change, and they're not into your personality that you're projecting onto the video anymore. It's important to realize that some people just unsubscribe because they've changed as people and they're not into what you're making anymore. It might not be because your quality has declined or anything. That could be a factor. You need to look at your content critically and think, has it? If it hasn't, then it's just the person that's changed and they're not into whatever you're uploading anymore. Because I could upload Mario games and then somebody could change and say, I'm not really into Mario anymore, let's unsubscribe. And that's fine, that's up to them. If they've enjoyed the time that they spent here, that's great. If they don't like it anymore, good luck to wherever you end up. That sounded worse than it was meant to. Anyway, Elfaber, should I let my family know that I make YouTube videos? See, this is another one that you have to think about carefully. If you think your family is gonna negatively impact you making videos, then no. Because if you, like, usually my sister is in the room next door and I won't record when she's in because I know she can hear me through the wall. That's kind of embarrassing. I don't want her to listen to me making videos. So I don't know. If you know that it's not going to bother you with them knowing and they're going to be helpful, then tell them. That's perfectly fine. My mum knows, and just whenever I'm doing charity streams and stuff like that, she helps share it on Facebook, stuff like that. We did one the other week and got like 90 quid. I know that's not a lot, but for a small channel like me, that's like a lot of that's a good live stream. That's a good charity live stream. So if they're going to be helpful, yes. If they're going to be detrimental to you making videos because you're going to feel embarrassed or something, don't do it. And then Jordan asks, why did I start YouTube? I started YouTube because of, well, there's two answers to this. I originally started it because that's what everybody was doing at the time when I was in primary school. We all just like, oh, let's go make a YouTube video. Everybody stopped because they sort of realized, oh, people are going to find it, it's going to be embarrassing. But I didn't. I just kept going. I was like, oh yeah, I like making Minecraft video on my tablet, I'll keep on making them. And I've had a lot of channels in the past. I've had like at least 4 or 5 before this one, but I never really understood the professional side of it. And so the second time that I really started doing YouTube was when my granddad passed away, because it was sort of a coping mechanism. I used to start going over to my cousins a lot because that's where my grandma would go to see my auntie. So, and then me and my cousin realized, oh my god, we both do YouTube, let's do it together. You know, that hasn't deteriorated, because even now there are videos on this channel of me and my cousin doing Gmod. It's Hydrax, go subscribe to him if you want to. We've been doing videos for a very long time. He's only had like 2 channels, whereas I've had 5 because I keep resetting. I would be a lot further along if I hadn't. But he's always been there. He's always been by my side to do videos. I'm quite lucky actually, because now I've got quite a few friends that know I still do YouTube videos and they're willing to come along and do them with me. My stepbrother, my friend Jonathan, who's moderator on live chats, you can talk to him whenever you come on live streams, and then obviously my cousin who does like Gmod and stuff like that. The main reason I started YouTube was because so that I could interact with other people, and like, oh well, it's a reason to talk to people, it's a reason to go out and do stuff, instead of doing it just for the sake of it. But then the B option is obviously I'm very interested in film. I will at some point start uploading short films properly, and I will start writing them properly and producing them properly, and they will go up to the channel properly, and I don't know when that'll be, but that's what this channel is for. That might be a while though, because obviously I gotta get schoolwork out of the way. That's been the main reason I haven't yet. I did post that, like, an inquiry thing on Facebook in the YouTube groups I'm in, and nobody replied, so thank you to everybody on Discord for giving me questions. It was very helpful, because this was like a last minute thing. I would just like to quickly read through all the names again and just thank everybody for giving questions. Milk Tea, Amgi Duckling Enthusiast, Elfaber, Jordan, that name I can't read, and Polslov. Thank you to everybody on the respective Discord servers. It was very helpful to have the questions from you guys, and comment down below if you want to ask questions and you will be featured in the next video. And it does sort of work as a shout out, because it's very helpful to have people interact on the videos, unlike every other gaming video that nobody interacts. Yay! So yeah, if you like this, leave a like, because I really want to do more of these. I will probably be doing one on like Mario, FNAF, stuff like that. All the shit that I love will get a video like this. As long as I have the camera, I have to book it out from college. This has actually been very fun to do. So I will say thank you for watching, and go watch all my other shit, because they need more watch time, bitch! Don't ask about the coins.